Okay, just going to start by turning on two-sided lighting so that face doesn't show up dark, but we may want to reverse it later. Looks like you didn't really connect these, but then you combine them for some reason, so I'm going to separate, mesh separate, and see what pieces we have now. I'm going to start by isolating this body, and I am wondering why there are so many edges here, but they don't seem to define the shape at all. They're all in kind of a flat line. So let's start by taking out any edges that don't help define the shape. Oops. Shift right mouse click, delete edge. See, it looks almost exactly the same. Now I would like to make sure I can see it's not symmetrical right here. So I'm going to re-mirror this. Just going to select one side of this. Oops, let's turn off symmetry. Okay. And those are overlapping there, which isn't so great. So just control double click there. This is a little difficult because you don't have a seam going down the middle, so I'd probably... Oh, that was interesting. Yeah, that has to do with this guy here. Let's put a split down the middle of that. Okay, let's try deleting that out, and then yeah, this middle area has gotten to be a bit of a mess. I might just take that out and rebuild it, but let's first, I'm going to use the multi-cut tool here and go to here, and then we can take this face out. Don't really like all this triangle stuff you've got going on here. Shift right mouse click, delete edge, Control Shift X. Yeah, I'm not really even sure what those triangles are supposed to be doing. Whoops. Shift right mouse click, delete edge. It's like, yeah, I just don't know what that all was meant to help with. It's really just messing up the topology. Yeah, we've got more of those on the back here. Shift right mouse click, delete edge. Can I get rid of those? It looks like I can, yeah. Yeah, those were just not helping at all. Okay. So we're starting to get something a little cleaner. Alright. So now that I've done that, let's go just select these verts just right along the center, and let me just check my selection here that I didn't get any extra ones or miss any. Okay, and I'm going to make sure those are exactly on the center line. I'm going to the move mode, click here. If you don't see this interface, it might be minimized like that. So absolute transform 0 in the X direction, enter. Yep, looks good. Right mouse click, object mode, shift right mouse click, mirror options, cut geometry as off, combine with original as on, merge border vertices, 0.001 mirror. Okay. So symmetrical again. This could kind of be smoothed out a little bit, I would say. I like to use the Sculpt Geometry tool, Surfaces, Sculpt Geometry tool options. I'm just going to dock this here. Find my outliner. Have smoothing on under stroke. I'm going to turn on reflection. So we should see one on both sides. Hold down B, click and drag to change the size, and oh, it's being funny. Oh, now it's working. I don't know what the problem was before, but just to kind of, you know, even out this a little bit, spread it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I might, while we're at it, where this thumb meets here is very pinched, and that might help with that a little bit. And on this side as well. Just spreading out those isoparms, or not isoparms, but edge loops, so they're not all bunched together. Okay, now you're definitely going to want more edge loops in here. Just using the multi-cut tool for that, and that would be a good opportunity to give this a little more shape. Like maybe I can scale this one in a little bit, and maybe scale that one out a little bit, or something like that. I don't know. These are very close together, giving you a bit of a ridge, so might take these. Well, I'll just double click on that, but maybe deselect from here down. And let's turn on symmetry again, and shift right mouse click for slide edge, and just those a bit, just kind of even that out some. This got really tight here. I might slide that down a little bit as well. Evening that out a little bit. Hopefully you didn't lose much shape there. Okay, just going to save this. Let me know if you want to copy this file. Yeah, let's look at the neck situation here. Okay. All right, that's pretty close. And if I do display, heads-up display, poly count, it's 30 edges there. And we got 44 here, really. That does not sound right. Just gonna isolate this surface real quick. I don't think I selected 44 there, clearly. Unless there's, oh. We just convert to points. Really? No. Something's not right. And the first thing I'll do is take this edge and circularize it. Let's just twist that to straighten that out. Oh, there's something. Oh. I think I see what's going on. I think there's an extra edge in here. You can see that. Yeah, when I go like that, you can see it. There's two right on top of each other. To get rid of that, one easy way is to do mesh cleanup. So mesh cleanup options. And if I scroll down under the remove geometry section, I can turn on lamina faces, non-manifold geometry, edges with zero length, and faces with zero geometry area. And that should, yes, that has removed those. So now that I've done that, I will take this and circularize, which will even out the spacing of those, and straighten this back out again. Okay. And now it says 22, and that makes sense to me. Okay. So we had two right on top of each other. And what did we say this one was? 30? Okay. So I would probably terminate some of these guys. The other thing is you could probably use one or two more edge loops going through the neck, just because you have some really big, that kind of evens out the topology there. And then I might, maybe we can lose this row for the moment. Well, maybe I'll leave that. Let's isolate that and get this down to, it's not really straight. As you can see from the spacing there, circularize that again and then use the twist to straighten that out a bit. Why isn't there... Oh, look, this whole thing veers off to the side. So let's remirror the whole face. Well, that's tricky because the hair is built into the face. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that as one surface. I would have done it as two separate ones, because now we can't redo the face. Also, while we're at it, oh boy, why is that not? I was just going to add a loop here, but it doesn't. It's stopping there. Probably has to do with the hair, but anyway, I would. We could probably just hook these up together. There's little like vertices like this floating around. Actually, let's grab these two and merge to center. Then connect this up here. And hook this one up here. I'm going to turn off symmetry for the moment because it's probably not working because the head's not symmetrical. Oops. Is there some extra weird? Let's try the mesh cleanup on this as well, because I think there was some extra extruded things in there. Huh, that still isn't working. Not sure why. It doesn't want to. Just deleting out that face. Just gonna fill a hole here and go back into the multi-touch. Oh, now it's working. I don't know. It was just being funny. I don't know, something funny with that face. And then again, multi-cut tool, Control Shift X. Let's continue that line there, and then we can take this row, but maybe not the ears, and just kind of round this out a little bit. I like to use the Move tool and change to normal here, and then pull on that end a little bit, and then just to kind of help round out that forehead shape. Yeah, the lips could use some shaping. and, you know, kind of push them out a little bit. They're a bit small. Yeah, you've got these issues here, those, you know, many-sided face here, kind of a gap there as well. Although that's not so great. I wonder if you can lose this and still get a decent eyelid shape. I don't know, I feel like this should, I think that you still have a decent eyelid shape. It's just that this is going to want to continue up here. Wow, it really wants to just go through that way. Yeah, the hair's kind of crazy. Well, just to kind of keep things going, I'm just going to end that in a triangle there because it's not like we'll see it anyway. Do something similar here. Yeah, really the thing to have done would have been to make the hair a separate object because you're making it a lot harder on yourself. I mean, this could probably use another one going around here anyway. Yeah, definitely. You don't want to pull stuff like that. You can't. You need more loops here, and then you're probably going to want to shape that a little bit more once you have that detail. But we were talking about the neck, weren't we? So we wanted to get this down to 22, I think. So, oh, because we couldn't mirror the head now because of the hair on it. Unless we took the hair off, that's a whole process. So I don't really feel like doing that at the moment. So let's just do this. So kind of make this sort of A shape that crosses two faces, and then kind of cross the A here. And then select these edges, and I sort of feel like this edge selection looks like a simple drawing of a house. You know, it's a wall, roof, roof, wall, and then shift right mouse click, delete edge, and that'll get rid of your some edge loops without. So now we're down to 26. Let's do something similar at the back. Whoops. Whoops. 22. Great. So now, if you want, we can combine it with the other piece here. It might not be a bad idea to kind of circularize both of these just to even out the spacing. Try to straighten that out some. And then maybe we'll probably need to adjust the shape a bit. Did that do it? Didn't seem to do anything. Maybe it already was. I don't know. Anyway, I guess it was already circular. All right, so then you can combine these. Mesh combine. Then we can select the pair of edges, and then shift right mouse click bridge, and it came in all twisted around. I think actually before we do that, I feel like this whole head's reversed. Remember from the start. So let's try mesh display reverse. Whoops. Let's separate first. Mesh separate. And let's do mesh display reverse. And now I have a feeling if we combine and bridge, I think it won't do that twist around thing it just did. Nope, it still did it. Well, it didn't really do it. It's just so one knob. That's better. And maybe scale this one out a bit. Maybe move this forward a bit. Just gonna reset my move tool. Anyways, you can work on the shape of that a little bit more. It's probably slide this edge down some would help. Shift right mouse click, slide edge. And this edge could probably slide down too. Shift right mouse click, slide edge. Whoop. Anyway, I could use some more shape. So I don't know, the shoes, I still don't really understand this shoe design. I think you could build something that makes more like a shoe. I would look at some shoe reference. These are going to have to bend a lot. You're going to need more. Yeah, don't combine stuff unless they're a seamless surface. So, but this is going to need, I would at least bevel these. Whoops. And then maybe add a couple loops in here because those are going to really need to bend a lot, so they're going to need the geometry to be able to do so. And this obviously is going to bend a lot too. Yeah, so definitely some stuff to work on, but it's coming along pretty well.